Wait, let me look that up on the internet real quick.
TagCastPodcast.com.
And now it's time for the Tagcast Podcast with Terry and Gatch. My name's Terry Guile.
I don't like your jerk-off name. I don't like your jerk-off face. I don't like your jerk-off behavior. And I don't like you jerk-off.
See, because I paid a lake for weed like in the 70s and I never got the real one back.
You just got tagged.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
And his name is Dustin Gatchell.
I heard in Hawaii, your spam email is your good email.
The Tagcast Podcast starts right now.
Is this it? Are we starting?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Tagcast Podcast. I am Gatch. I am the Indian of the podcast.
And I'm Terry, and I'm the white guy.
Welcome to the show. This is episode 7.
That's right.
Yeah, we encourage you to go to iTunes and rate us if you like us. If you want to support us, go to the top of our website on the right and click on the Amazon link and do your shopping through there.
Maybe you could go buy a Norska CD.
Yeah, you should definitely buy a Norska CD.
We got a little Norska sound.
You can
bed
pay your
going
own
underneath
price
us.
for Norska on Bandcamp, on their Bandcamp site. They said that's worked out really well for them.
I will admit, I was broke at the time and I got it for free, but I bought a copy later to the show, so that's all right.
Right on.
And I love their package. It's very professional.
Yeah, they had a great release.
Not any one of their in particular package, but just like the package of the CD. You know, it's very well done. I'm sorry that wasn't a very good fade out, but
That's fine.
so yeah, here we are, episode 7.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
this is
what do
lucky
you-
number 7.
Yeah, lucky number 7.
We're coming up on number 7.
Yeah. So you
We're
got
in it.
any plans for this weekend?
Well, it's kind of already. Today's the first day of the weekend. It's
Yeah.
Friday. What am I doing? I'd like to go down. Our niece is having a graduation or some kind of a thing in
Yeah.
Eugene at like 7, and hopefully it'll be done in time to go check out that Christine Levine and Lonnie Brune show at the Diablos. But
Right on.
that's what I want to do for Friday. We'll see if that pans out. And then Saturday, I would like to go see Yob, but I don't think it's going to happen because just can't really. You know, you can't afford to miss Yob, but
Yeah.
sometimes you can't afford to do things. But the 9th is also the comedy show in Eugene, so there's plenty of choices. But it's kind of up in the air for me right now. I got a weekend off, nothing going on. Last weekend was hectic.
I'm getting a free lawnmower this weekend. It's supposed to be brand new looking. Apparently, my girlfriend, she takes care of these elderly ladies, and the woman that the manager, owner, boss, I don't know. She buys a lawnmower, and instead of getting them tuned up and stuff, she just throws them out like every 3 years and buys a brand new one.
Whether there's anything wrong with it or not.
Yeah, just, you know, when it starts not running, and I imagine it's probably just like a spark plug or something like that, you know?
That's weird.
Yeah, and so I hear it's got a bag on it, and it should be pretty cool because I don't really have a lawnmower, and my next door neighbors who I borrow it's got a long crack right in the chassis,
Don't talk about your neighbor like that.
which he had to like, he's got a little L bracket which holds it together so it doesn't fall out and expose the blade.
So is this your next door connected neighbor here that you're talking about?
Yeah, old Lance.
LT over the fence?
Yeah,
Maybe next week.
yeah.
We're not sure what.
Well, no, we got Chris Castles next week, right?
Maybe.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
I think he's mowing his lawn right now.
Yeah, I can hear him out there.
Hey, dude, we're doing a podcast right now. If you could turn that fucking lawnmower off, it'd be nice because. Can I borrow that later?
Even rock stars mow the lawn.
Dude, please, thank you.
So quick, guys, I got a personal question to ask of you guys. And,
Shoot.
You know, I don't want to really get too personal. It's only episode 7 with you guys, but I just have to ask, and this is for both of you guys to answer.
Who's both of us? Oh, we got Jeff Simpson over
Yes,
here.
we
We
do
didn't
have
even tell
Jeff Simpson.
anybody that. He's the silent partner.
Yes. But I
He's
have to
working
ask
the
both of you,
controls.
Gentle Ben or Grizzly Adams?
I'd have to say Grizzly Adams because I didn't ever watch Gentle Ben. I don't know if I'm too young.
Do
for
you have an
Gentle Ben.
opinion, Jeff?
Grizzly Adams, just because old Dan got busted for weed.
Did he?
You know that he was growing weed off the side of the cabin there, or that they didn't
He was.
show it on the show. And his old Kemosabe, what was his name? What's the Indian dude? You should
Gatch.
know. No, dude. Come on, Greenhorn.
I did.
So, and then you had the dude from Dukes of Hazzard. He with old number 7. That was a classic show. I don't see how anyone would choose Gentle Ben or Gentile Ben or whatever his name was. He wasn't a Jew. I know that. It was Gentile Ben. I thought it was. He was he
Gentile
was an
Ben.
anti-Semite.
The bear was?
No, well,
Oh.
I don't even know the premise of Gentle Ben, but I think he was an anti-Semitic.
I wasn't
bear.
even sure if they were different shows before I asked the question.
Well, see, the bear on Grizzly Adams' name was Ben too, wasn't
Was
it?
he? Maybe
Wasn't
they
it?
were the same show.
I think Gentle Ben grew up and was pretty pissed.
Maybe I don't even know what I'm doing.
Because you know the story of why Grizzly Adams was in the woods, don't you?
No.
He was running from the law.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You never saw the pilot?
No, no. Is it on? I should go and
You should go check it out on
online.
Netflix. It's kind of like watching the pilot from Gilligan's Island. You really figure out what's going on.
So are you an expert on Gilligan's Island?
I used to be. I
All
used
right.
to record episodes of Gilligan's Island on VHS while I was at work just so I could watch them.
What
And we're
about
talking
Dobie
in
Gillis?
the 90s. I don't know, Dobie Gillis.
Oh, that
Who's that?
was an earlier Bob Denver. Was that
Bob
his name?
Denver, he's a good pothead, and it's weird because all of my favorite shows as a kid turns out the guys are potheads and they get busted later in life. So I think I know how to pick them.
What about BJ and the Bear? Did you watch that one?
I did.
I did
I
not.
think that was a ripoff of Every Which Way But Loose from Clint
It
Eastwood.
kind of was, wasn't it?
Now that I
And it
just-
wasn't even a bear; it was a monkey, right?
it was like a orangutan.
Oh, was
or
it an
a
orangutan?
Chimpanzee.
One of those with the exposed butts.
No, wait. Orangutan has orange butt, right?
I don't know. Is that why they call it a orang? Because it's got
It's an orange tang. It was an orange tang.
Did you ever watch the Grizzly, the movie?
I didn't.
About that guy that went and lived in the woods with the grizzly?
No, I
And
remember.
then they eventually ate him.
I remember a kid that was raised by wolves.
Yeah,
Do you
you know
remember-
which one I'm talking about, Jeff?
Is it called the Grizzly?
It's called Grizzly. You might be able to watch it online. This guy, he spends his time
Wait, let me look that up on the internet.
living out. He lives out in the woods, and he just lives with the grizzlies as one, and he kind of prides himself on it. And then one time, he brings out his girlfriend, who happens to be on her period, and the bears attack and eat him.
God, that's a lot of typing to do. Just to
But the
Wikipedia.
thing was, he was documenting it. He was documenting the whole thing.
I have a bit
And
about.
so they had a tape. They had it actually audio tape of the attack going on.
Weird. And so the period blood, I've heard that in many jokes. I didn't know if it was actually true. Yeah, well, it's been in some movies and whatnot.
Yeah.
I actually have it in a bit. I actually use this at Helium.
Are you still typing over there?
Yeah,
You're
I
multitasking.
can't find the link. I was hoping that it would let me stop typing after a minute, but okay, I got it now. Oh, it just came up. Okay, there it is. No, I did a joke at Helium. It's in my set pretty regularly about Kurt Cobain killing himself. You know, because I had a Nirvana sticker on my truck, and some of the letters peeled off, and now it's an NRA sticker, which is kind of ironic since he shot himself in the mouth. And then I
Yeah.
say, people say it's a cowardly thing to kill yourself. You know, you leave your family and friends behind, and I say it's pretty brave to be able to actually stick the gun in your mouth and actually pull the trigger. I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. I say I'm too much of a pussy. Not suicidal, but if I was, I'd probably have to take the easy way out and go out into the woods and just kill myself with a bear.
Yeah.
By covering myself in period blood and honey and completely naked and running through the woods saying, "Come on, bear, get me."
But you do that regularly. You're just not in the woods, right?
No, and I said, speaking of running through the woods with period blood all over your body, has anybody had any good hunting/acid trips lately? Because it's always good to take acid.
Yeah, it
Hunting
is.
slash
Are you
camping.
talking about guns and LSD?
Yes, we have LSD. That's my new band.
Well,
We're going to
there
tour with
was-
We Have Guns.
Do they still have that shop over there in Brownsville with it's the gun shop / liquor store?
No, they don't. Now it's a video store / liquor store. Oh no, wait, that's even closed now. It's just a liquor store now. But yeah, Brownsville Sporting Goods. When I was growing up as a kid, you could go down to Brownsville Sporting Goods and get yourself a half gallon of whiskey, a 12-gauge shotgun, and a nice pack of shells for under $40. All together, one-stop shopping. Get drunk as fuck, go up into the woods and just
Well, they had it-
blow shit up.
Did they have a shooting range there?
No, anywhere you wanted to. It's kind of like a guy and pissing. The world is your urinal. You can just pee anywhere. So if you grew up in Brownsville, you could just go, as long as you're past the sign that says Brownsville city limits, you can go shoot your gun anytime you want. You know, you're just like, it's just like, it's like being in the hood kind of. You don't even notice when you hear a gunshot because you're like some redneck's just over there shooting something up with his fucking
I
gun.
put the cake in urinal cake.
Whoa. Urinal cakes. You know,
I would like to deep fry one of those just to see what happens.
I heard a story about a guy getting busted for pissing, publicly
Yeah.
by a cop. Now, you know what the charge is for that?
What?
They bundled it together, kind of like a AT&T plan. It's called urination / defecation in public.
Oh, so you might as well shit in public. if you're
Exactly.
gonna
So they
piss in
said if
public.
you're going to piss in public, you might as well take a shit, or vice versa. This one lady found out that her son had been arrested. He went off to college and he'd been arrested for peeing on a building, but it said defecation / urination, and so she thought her son was pooping on campus. But so yeah, if you're gonna piss in public and take a chance of getting busted, which I'm lucky. I consider myself lucky. I can go out on my porch after 10 o'clock and pee off of my front porch, and no cars go by.
Now you
and-
can shit off of there and be free with that too.
You know, it's actually, the weird thing about it is, like in Albany, because I know somebody got busted for it in Albany, and I think it was a $1,000 fine.
for pissing.
Yes, in public.
That's probably more of a fine than for like shooting off a gun.
It's more of a fine than
Oh, so you could shoot off a gun while you're shitting.
That's right. You can do that, but you can't piss.
Speaking of that, I got our segment Talking Shit. We need an intro for our Talking Shit segment. Maybe if any of our listeners want to submit their Talking
wait.
Shit song,
I got
we'll
one.
play it. There we go. All right, today's Talking Shit segment. I want to ask the question: is it physically possible to shit through a screen door without getting it wet?
Without getting it wet?
Yeah. Can you? Is it physically possible? Do you think some way?
I just,
You'd have to have a really minuscule turd.
I just think that the whole process of actually touching the screen is going to happen.
It would have to, unless you had a big mesh, and even then,
Even then, it would still be something.
yeah,
Are you allowed to sit on said screen door with your butt right on the screen door?
I would say yes.
So
You would
you're
be.
asking if you would have the momentum to get your turd out of your ass enough to squeeze it through the mesher?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
shit mesh. I don't even want to try that.
I always wanted to get, those little Play-Doh things where you push the Play-Doh through with the design. You got people with body into body modifications. Why don't they put like the little star-shaped ones modded into their butthole, so whenever they shit, it was in a star-shaped pattern.
That sounds like fun. It'd be like, you could, well, do you remember that fake commercial from Saturday Night Live where they took the cat poop turds from the litter box and they make them into shapes with the little,
Yeah.
they're like cookie cutters?
Yeah.
You could make a little star out of your cat poop. That's kind of the same thing, a little
Yeah,
bit.
then you could slice it and then bake it as, with that. What do you do when you make those Christmas ornaments in grade school? You put like sugar or salt and then you bake them and they get all hard and then you hang them from your Christmas tree.
Oh, like those. It still smells like shit.
All right. I think last week we did
Are you
like...
done talking shit?
Yeah, I am done
Okay.
talking shit.
Okay.
Thank you for
'Cause
flushing that
it was
segment.
fucking-
That segment needed
That
to be
was getting
flushed.
smelly in here.
You guys want to talk about some sharks? We did that last week. That was pretty fun, wasn't it?
Hey, I actually went to some of the links that you had on our website. If
Yeah.
anyone's interested, like as you're listening to the show, you can like click on the links of the topics we're talking.